This is where manifestation gets it entirely wrong. There's a difference between being accountable, being positive, and self-blaming for things that are out of your control. So many self-help people right now, they say, well, if you're not having the results you want, it's something that you're doing. It's your fault. You can only control your actions. While it is true, you control your actions, you control your emotions. You don't control the universe. You don't always get the results that you want because that's not always what is meant for you. You could put in the work, you can have adaptability, and things might take a different time frame than they normally take. For you to sit there while this time frame is happening and say to yourself, it must be me. I must be living in a scarcity mindset. Maybe I'm blocking my success somehow. Maybe I'm not thinking enough. Maybe I'm not visualizing enough that I really have this. Where am I going wrong? We blame ourselves unfairly and beat ourselves up along the process because of how we look at manifestation. And guess what that does? It messes up our ability to manifest anything because now we're looking for all the things we're doing wrong. And a lot of self-help people, they're telling you what you're doing wrong. You're controlling your emotions. You're controlling your results. Everything that's ever happened to you is your fault. It's not. There's circumstances that happen along the way. It might be an opportunity to learn a great lesson, but if you were in an abusive relationship or something horrific happened to you in your life, you lost a parent or you were abused in some way, how is that your fault? Give me a break. Let's stop blaming people for everything that they have happened in their life. Instead, let's show them some compassion, some empathy. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you could just be lazy, do nothing, and the results are just going to magically happen, or that none of it matters. I do believe that it matters. I do think that you have to be in a positive mindset. You have to put yourself in the present moment. You have to be feeling gratitude. You need to have a goal and really see yourself achieving that goal and embody the person that actually gets this goal, makes it to this place that you want to get to. And that's all working towards a goal. But I'm saying don't blame yourself for the speed of the results or for the lack of the results. As long as you are taking action, having adaptability, you have a plan to get what you want. A lot of people start with all the energy in the beginning and then they fizzle out in the middle because they're too afraid of failure. That is a problem. That's a pattern that needs to be changed. You can change your patterns. You can be aware of your patterns, but stop blaming yourself for having a pattern in the first place. Oh my God, it's my fault that I can't manifest. And I've read some crazy manifestation stuff like, I just decided I wanted to be this weight, and I just thought about being this weight, and all of a sudden, I was the weight. I could eat anything I want. That is false. Give me a break. That's not how it works. Okay, and I've also heard people say, I couldn't get the right partner in my life, and then I realized I didn't have a space for the car for my partner in the garage, so I cleaned out the whole garage, and I created a space for this other car, and the partner appeared. Give me a break. That's not what happened. It might have happened as a coincidence, but that is not how manifestation works, in my opinion. Manifestation is the result of having a plan, visualizing it, believing you can happen, taking action towards that plan, really believing it, not giving up in the middle. I think the difference between people who are able to manifest and people who aren't is the people who are get to the middle that's tiring, that's tough, that the results haven't shown up yet. And those people just want that goal so badly that they keep storming through that middle section until the goal arrives, the desired life arrives, but it's because they got through the middle. We all have energy at the beginning. Getting through the middle is the hard part. And that's the difference between people who can manifest and people who can't. It's not that one person believes more than the other that they're going to have it, or they're able to focus more. And just because I start taking pictures of a nice house doesn't mean I'm going to live there. I think it's good. Visualizing is good. I've put myself in the position of somebody who's a well-known mindset speaker and who's on stage speaking to thousands of people and who has millions of followers on YouTube. And I really believe all of that stuff is going to happen. It's not happening right now, but I believe it's going to happen. I think that's important to my journey. But I don't think that alone is going to get me there. And I certainly don't think that by buying 1 million stamps to mail letters to all of my YouTube followers is going to get me 1 million followers. I think there's a time and a place for manifestation. But what I want to stop for all of you is the blame that is taking place from the self-help space, from people who are telling you how you need to get what you want, what you need to do, and how you need to clear your chakras. And yes, clearing chakras is a real thing. I meditate. I love meditation. I believe that you can get to a really nice state. I believe it helps you to move towards what you want in life because it clears you out. But it's not everything. There are lessons that need to be taught to you in this lifetime too. And sometimes those lessons don't always line up with exactly what you wanted your result to be. So learn the lesson, continue to move forward, and eventually get to the life that you want. But live the life that you want right now. Just be present. You don't need to wait to have this life, because if you're waiting, you're always going to be waiting, because you get there and then you're going to want something else and you're going to be waiting and you're going to be in the waiting room your entire life. Don't be in the waiting room. Be in action. Be in the main room the entire time, even while you're trying to achieve what it is you want to achieve. Live now. Don't live in the past. Don't live in the future. Live now, believe in yourself, and stop blaming yourself. And don't listen to anybody who tells you it's your fault for not manifesting hard enough.